Hi guys, this is DC Man 58, or Drew as you might also know me as, and I'm doing a Java series for the how-to kits. So now I've made Java tutorials in the past for my channel, DC Man 58, but I'm gonna make some for this channel as well. So on this channel, in this tutorial, what we're going to go over is how to get started in the basics. So if you're on a Mac, such as I am, you won't need to do anything really. But if you're on Windows, what you'll have to do is go to Google. This is probably the easiest way, or your search engine. Type in Java SE. So Java SE, or the reason I say it's the easiest because you could just type in oracle.com/tech-network/Java. You get the idea. So you want to click on this. The first link, which would be the Oracle website, which I believe they own Java now. Now you want to download the Java Development Kit and Java JRE. Now these are also the two that you need to download for Minecraft, stuff like that. So most likely you already have it. And also on my other video on my channel, which I'll probably put the link to the description, link in the description to that. It shows what you have to do for Windows. Okay. But the reason I'm making a new tutorial is because I'm gonna go over some things that I didn't necessarily go over in my other series. So in my other series, I use this program called Eclipse, which that's an amazing program. Next tutorial or next episode, I'll probably show you that. This one, I'll show you how to use any text editor so you don't have to download anything. Because I know a lot of people that either don't have the space on their computer, which you probably shouldn't be doing this if you don't, or they're just plain old don't want to download anything. But oops, I probably should show you what I did. So this is mainly a Mac tutorial. So what you want to do is you want to go to your text editor or text edit. Then once you're in text edit, you want to go to format, make plain text. Now you can also do the shortcut, which is always over here. It's called Shift Command T. So that's all it does. It just gets rid of that and it makes it plain text. No rich text format. That just the compiler issues. So let's just make a simple program. So it's a public variable class, and a class would be like, a class is more of, it's kind of hard to explain. A class is kind of like, let's think of it as school. A classroom it contains many children, or students, and the teacher. I'll show you what the teacher is, but anyway. So the class, let's just say it's, let's call it homeroom or something like that, to get my point out there. Now I tab in just for sake of, neatness, but you don't really have to. And I'll also make the font a little bit bigger so you can see it. Make that full screen. That should be good. Okay. So public class homeroom, and then like the teacher, the individual who directs everyone. In this case, it's a method that directs everything. Well, pretty much everything. So it'd be public static main, or public static void main. Then in between these parentheses, parentheses, you want to put string, and it's also called I can't remember right now, but anyway, you want to put a string, and then that stands for an array, so a string array, and then args, which is, it can be formatted to any argument. So there. And another reason I don't like to use text edit is just, well, I sometimes do, but you'll see the only reason I don't use it sometimes. But anyway, we're gonna make a simple program. Now some people make like really simple programs, like let's say you want to do a print program, which would just print into the command prompt or CMD or terminal, whichever processor you're using, Windows or Mac or OS, whatever. But I'm going to do a window, so this will be a little more complex, but not, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. But what you do is import javax.swing.s Jframe. Then it's I'll probably copy this. Then I'm gonna import not a Jframe but a JLabel. I believe it's EL. Can't remember. And that's also another thing. Sometimes it doesn't. I can't remember the import because I'm so used to just importing it through Eclipse, but you'll probably tell me if I spelled it wrong or did something. So anyway, up here, let's implement it. So let's do public. You don't need to do public. If you leave it blank, it automatically assumes that it's public. But if you want to be private, can't type today. If you wanted to be private, you'd have to put private. And the only reason you'd put private is so another class can't get it. Or, yeah. Just think of it this way. A public class would be like mainstream class, and a private class or private variable would be like a kind of like special ed class, or I don't know how to explain that, I guess. But that's the best way to think of it. But anyway, let's add the Jframe, which I'll add actually right here. So extend, this is just the easiest, oh, guess I already did it for me. Extends Jframe. Down here, I'm just gonna put in the JLabel. I kind of do it shortcut. Yeah, I did spell JLabel wrong. Label. Nope, good. Never can remember. JLabel. L. There. Okay. So that's all you need to do. Now. Oh, now I see what I spelled wrong. There's J. So now we're going to do. Oh, no. We're going to do home. Room, or the class that you called it, the class name, which would be this. So, and I forgot to tell you, so like right here, sorry, but right here, like the L, that would be the variable that would kind of extend a JLabel, but it's defined in this variable L. So whenever you put something after this, such as a variable, that's what it does. But you can also do more than one. Like you could do L2, L3. Should not name the same, obviously, because it'll get confused. But anyway, homeroom f equals new home room. And I'll go over this when I'm done. So now we want to do f dot set size. Let's do it 800 by 600, which is a normal default screen size. Like maybe, nope, that's definitely not 800 or 600. But yeah, you get it. And to save time, I'm just gonna do it on this line. F dot set, which you can do. Oh, by the way, F dot set. Visual. I'll explain this when I'm done typing it in. What do I have to do now? Oh. Relative to null. That's it. Yeah, that's it for the basic one. Now down here, this is like one of the student teachers, I guess. You could think of it as, if we're still doing the whole school thing. So it would be called your class. So what it does, it assists the main method. Now you could do everything the class. You could do everything the class method is doing inside the main method. But the only thing is you'd have to put static in front of everything, which that kind of gets annoying. So that's why I kind of do this instead. So you also don't really need to extend these. But I will. So now I'm just gonna put the J label in, or the label. So L equals new J label. Then in here you would put what it would say, or you can even put a string up here. And oh, now I remember what's gonna put. You can put a title here if you want. It doesn't really have to, but tutorial, okay. Oh, and I need to explain this, I guess. So it's kind of basic. Just reading it, if you get kind of a sense of what it is, like obviously homeroom is being put into this variable f. And if you notice up here, homeroom is extending Jframe. So it's taking everything from the Jframe class, which is a Jframe is essentially this window. This is a Jframe right here. So it's taking everything from the Jframe class and letting the homeroom class access it. So that's what that extends does. So same thing here, kind of. This JLabel is putting itself into the L, L2, L, and L3. So that's kind of the same way, but not really. The set size just sets how large F is or how large the Jframe is. So, and the set visible just because by default it's invisible, or visible is false. The only one I probably should really explain is this one. So set location relative to null. What that does is null, if you don't already know what that is, which you probably don't because you're watching this, null is how you define something that isn't defined, I guess, or how you That's not a very good example. Like, let's say if we want to, I guess I got a better way to explain it. Let's make a new, like, if something is true or not true, or something is there or not there. Like, let's say, do I have, how much do I have RAM? If I didn't have RAM, do I have enough hard drive space, I guess? Like, let's say if I wanted to download a game, do I have enough hard drive space? Null would be if how much hard drives, I can't think of a good example. Like, is something there or not? I can't think of a really good example, sorry. But you can type in, basically what this does is centers the screen. Oops, centers the screen. That's the best way I can think of it. I went a little overboard on that, but anyway. Is now, nice thing about this, you can do math in it. So what I like to do is, I sometimes do a random number. So let's say, go to here. This really isn't math, kind of, but it is. Because computers, let's just say computers is math. It is. Like, if you look at binary code, it's all math. You know, most of it's encrypted because your computer encrypts it, obviously. But anyway, Runnable R equals new rin. Cannot type. Alright. So this is a class, by the way, built into Java. It's a built-in method, actually, is a better way to put it. And what it does, it takes like numbers 0.1 to like million, or I think 1,000, I don't know, but it goes pretty high anyway. So what I'm going to do is L2 equals new JLabel, and you'll have to add these, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Not sure if that's gonna work. No, it won't, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm trying to think how it does it. Oh, I have to actually incorporate stuff into it. But anyway, let's say I wanted to do 5 plus 5 or something like that. You can do that, which is pretty cool, and it'll print it out as a string. And then L3, I guess I will I'll put let's do 5.00 or 5.311 times, which this asterisk is times in computer languaging. 52 divided by 1, or no, divided by 3, I guess. So if we were to do that, it would give us the answer. And now that we have done that, let's add it to the frame. So what we would do is we would do add L. That's it. Do the same over here. Add L2. One more time. Oops. Add L3. Now it's going to add these. Obviously. Add these to what, though? It's going to... By the way, you don't need this random. I don't know why I put that there, but I did. But add to what? It's going to add it to homeroom or your class. So the reason this doesn't have anything is because it's in this homeroom. But if it was up here, obviously you'd have to put F dot or L dot or, you know, something like that. In this case, you do F dot add, F dot, you know, whatever. This would still stay that way, but you would have to, again, put a static J label, which, yeah. I mean, you could do it. It would just be a little more complex than this, I guess. So now you can save it. When it comes up, I'll save it. Okay, so I'm going to save this to my desktop for simplicity's. Save it as the same thing you called your class, so home. And the reason I do that is because Java is very picky, and you have to save it as your class, which is kind of irritating, but helpful, I guess, at points. And then make sure it's .java, okay? So it'd be home Rome, or wherever you named your class, .java. Yeah, anyway. Save it. Now, you want to open up terminal. I have that in my dock, but I'll just go to here. This will be the same exact way for Mac and Windows. So, one thing that terminal and Windows have in terminal and command prompt have in common. So we go to CD or change directory, desktop, just a shortcut to the desktop, so you don't have to put like user and stuff like that. Anyway, then you would put Java C, which is Java compiler. Then this is probably the easiest way. Drag it in, press enter, and let it. This is where it tells you your errors, which is really nice. Now some of these aren't going to be like, you know, real. Well, they're going to be real, but I mean they're set up by different things. Like probably one thing made all of this do that. It's probably the import. There it is. Java swing does not exist. So, what I need to do, go up, and you could also just do this. That means all. Import everything. So I think it's Java X. Pretty sure. Let's try it again. Now it only has 2 errors. Okay. Which is down here in the label. New label, yada yada yada. One sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so I fixed it. What it was right here. You had to have string in there somewhere. So I just put 2 of these, a comma, and you know that. Now I took out L3 because yeah, that just wasn't working. And also right here, I forgot to go over this. F.set default close operation. It's a long one, but it's really worth it. Then you want to do Jframe .exit _on _close. What that does is when you close out of the window, it'll quit out of the program. It'll stop running. But if you didn't have this, like, I'll show you. Oops. By the way, if you want to make a comment, you just put 2 lines. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. Just having a little bit of troubles here. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, and I think it'll work. Okay. So if you want to comment, put it there. Let's compile it again. No errors. Now if you want to run it, you just do Java, or actually, you just do this. You want to get rid of that, because if you notice on your desktop or wherever you save it to, there'll be something called homeroom.class, or not homeroom.cls, you know, but it'd be homeroom.class. So what you want to do, I'll just get rid of this because that's not needed, or never mind. What you want to do is do Java, then make sure you're still in your desktop directory. So home room, that's all you need. No, nothing after, and it will launch it. And the reason it's not giving you it is because you have to have a layout. So I'll get that real quick. Sorry about that. So you want to import. This one comes from java.awt, and we'll just put that. Usually you don't want to use that, you want to specify, because that literally imports everything from this class, and there's a lot of things in that class, so you don't want to usually do that. But anyway, down here in the homeroom class, we're just going to get rid of this. The homeroom class, or method right here. Just do set layout. Let's try that real quick. New flow layout. This is probably the best layout for this. Quick and easy. And by the way, I didn't go over this, but you just add this at the end of every sentence, or I'm not sure what to call it. Every fragment of it, I guess. So just put a semicolon right there. Anyway. Now that should be good. And by the way, if you want to make into a runnable jar, I'll show you that in a second. Homeroom.java. Okay, now that should have updated that one. Now let's just do that. Java homeroom. Should be good. Yep, see, it just says this is the tutorial. Not sure what happened to the other one, but alright. Anyway, now if you want to make a runnable jar, I've copied a file because I never can remember how to do it. Oops, let's just close out of this and it should fix it. And see, it came down here and it closed out of it. CD. Alright, so you want to do this. Jar. And then CVFM, which is just something, not entirely sure. Now this doesn't matter. I'm gonna call it. Oops, why did I just do that? I'm gonna call it. First of all, this has to be some. Has to be something. Let's do this. Home. Not room dot. Now this does have to have the class file. So now it'll be my name dot jar, or my jar name dot jar. So let's press enter. And oh, that's right, you have to make a manifest.txt, so should make that. It doesn't have to have anything in it. Just go back to here, new, save. How did it spell that? Let's just paste that all in. Paste. Delete. Delete. TXT. Okay. This is what I meant by that. Make plain text. You can also do it that way. Okay, so manifest.txt saved to the desktop. or save to the same place. Now you can quit it. Let's just do this and then do one more time. There. Go to your desktop, double click on myname.jar. Myname.jar could not be launched. What the hell? Let's try it a better way. Let's go down here. I forgot you do this. I think this does have to be named same. Let's try it now. Let's delete that one. But anyway, you get the point. See you guys. If you do want to make it a runnable jar, you can just do this. Go back to text edit and just format, make plain text. You can just say Java and then or CD desktop. Then you can do Java home room. There. That would also do it. Now you would save this as start home room dot command. You could also do it dot bat if you were running on Windows. If you were running on Windows, you wouldn't have to do this next step. You would open up terminal. This video is really going on long, so I'm trying to wrap it up. So you would do CD desktop, then you would do, you didn't even have to do that, but chmod a+x, and then you would do, you drag that in, the start homeroom.command. Press enter, you're good. Double click on it, and it should start this, and then it should start your program. As you can see up here, it actually calls it what the class name is. So you are good. You just made a program in 32 minutes. Wow, that went on really long. So see you guys next time, and goodbye.